Kali Ma Invocation. Our culture has an obsession and a distaste for the crazy woman. We love her, but we also weaponize that word against her. Halsey. In this invocation, you will be guided to Kali Ma, the dark mother, the terrible mother, the misunderstood mother, the Hindu goddess of time, creation, preservation, destruction, and transformation. Transmitted through perception bridges of an interpretation of the goddess Kali Ma by Indigo Angel and 5D Art Productions. If you choose to meet her and welcome in this invocation. Dark simply representing an aspect in a spectrum of creation. With two methods here. One is to create to destroy, or the other is to destroy to create. As Kali Ma is both destruction and creation. A process that emerges at the brink of manifestation and the smallest units of consciousness, the emergence of Genesis. Perceiving dark as only bad and light as only good still keeps you limited in transcendence, for all is everything. Like the yin and the yang, 4D battles wage war in the social astral, while consciousness struggles in the abyss of good versus evil. Reasons you may consider invoking Kali Ma. To heal the deepest wounds in the maternal side of the family and maternal grail line in ancestry, creating grandmother shields that will initiate around you in a force field to restore the energy of the dark goddess, Kali Ma. As Kali Ma is invoked through your mother's memories, her genes, her DNA, her pain body, emotional body, and her monadic body, through your grandmother's eternal rights and grandmother shields, and through the daughters and sisters at her most intense presence. The mother-child maternal wounds are psychologically the most limiting wounds, preventing physical, spiritual, and emotional maturity and abundance in life. Invoke Kali to heal the maternal curses plaguing the children of the world. Invoke Kali Ma to heal all women and children in the world. For when the mother abuses, neglects, enables, and misguides and misleads her children, there are high karmic prices to pay in the bloodline for all of the children of earth. An epidemic of lineal wounds that does not heal. Debilitating generational fragmented incarnations to come. We are only as strong as our weakest mother, for she is your rite of passage to live. Most of the time, the scars burned into the child from the untamed or unbridled feminine mother-child bond is where the unhealable crater-like wounds, an ulcer festered inside, internally unable to heal and find resolution for an entire adult life. A chronic distortion fed through the umbilical cord of life. A cord that can often not be cut, for it makes the identity of your eternal flame. Kali Ma provides liberation here, liberation from the maternal mother's wounds. Invoke Kali Ma to eradicate evil and harm done unto the innocent. As Kali is the destroyer of evil in order to protect the innocent, and is the most powerful form of Shakti, and burns in the way in which to eliminate what one cannot see inside themselves, inside the reflection of the Dark Mother. Invoke Kali Ma to stop and prevent hijacking of your field, as Kali Ma is a fierce protector with 4 weapons in her 4 hands, and an unapologetic attitude. Invoke Kali Ma. To awaken the sexual Devi inside. As Kali has been worshipped by devotional movements of tantric sects, she is also worshipped as the ultimate reality, the highest universal principle, eternal truth and bliss which does not change. All exist inside the dark goddess of creation. Invoke Kali Ma to create quick change in your life, to quickly purge illusions and false realities and timelines. Do you need rapid change and solution? Kali brings tough love. Kali cuts to the chase to show you. As she is nature at the rawest form, the most untamed, for she is the embodiment of boundless and existential extraterrestrial freedom to be, without seeking permission. All sealing and protection of your light body is recommended prior to all invocations and all forms of energy work, including accountability of self-conscious studies and awareness of the deities you are called to work with. I must put a disclaimer on this video. The Western world has depicted this particular Hindu goddess as the root of evil, as a demon, misunderstood and therefore demonic, which truly lies a dormant hypocrisy in the most ludicrous, as Ascension spectators savagely deny their shadow. Similarly to all Atlantean and Aryan demonizations of the feminine that reject the paternal figure as God. Originally and fundamentally, this archetype is rooted in the celestial origins of Hydra's mythology to humanity. 9 Kali craters, 9 heads of Hydra, all brought forth through extraterrestrial matter and cosmic destruction. Where do you think all of these raw feminines come from? For they are the grail and the chalice that you seek. Crater the cup rides on Hydra's back. Crater is the chalice. Crater is the cup. And Kali Ma burns inside of this cup. Kali Ma burns inside of the crater. To think the Templar quest mystery could be held in the one thing demonized and abandoned within your civilization and within yourself for centuries. They must have a celestial home all of their own, and they do. They also have their own queen and own matriarchal power structure that exists and is infused into all biological grid networks on this planet. And their persuasion can build a nation. Endless power. The power of the grail, for she holds the crater, the cup. When in truth, this demonization couldn't be farther from the truth, polarized into lower consciousness realms of 3D and 4D fields. Her rejection and misunderstanding further hurls mankind into the abyss of her dharma, which blindfolds them with empty pockets of wisdom and scorches lessons into their hearts. Kali Ma is your first course teacher. She was the one to call the kettle black. And Kali stands in the eye of all fears and burns the truth into your heart as the most compassionate, because she provides liberation to her children. The ego sees in Mother Kali Ma and trembles with fear because the ego sees its own eventual demise. A person who is attached to their ego will not be receptive to Mother Kali, and she will appear in a fearsome form. A mature soul who engages in spiritual practice to remove the illusion of ego sees Mother Kali Ma as kindness and compassion flowing with incomprehensible love for her children. Welcome to the Kali Invocation as we ride on the tail end of the Kali Yuga. Biblically speaking, the end times, not the end of earth, but the end of darkness and evil on earth as we know it. perceiving to walk in a time which is referred to as the Dark Age until 2025. A time where people are as far away from God as they can be, with the lowest instincts that stimulate the men of the Kali Yuga to prefer false ideas, prefer the shine of the golden horse, or which is the worship of the path of greed, disobedience, celebrating falsehoods, the inability to self-control, the inability to self-contain, for the men do not hesitate to prosecute the sages. Desire in this time torments them. As they separate further apart from their counterpart in sacred unions, they cease to identify why. Neglect, hunger, illness, and fear spreads. The dark agendas continuously expose themselves, only to wash again up underneath the currents of disregard. Several droughts, severe weather, and countries oppose each other or ban their borders. Spiritual warfare at an all-time high, with sharp screeching of swords up against swords. Confusion and chaos. Sacred books will no longer be respected by men. Men will not have morals. Broken and hijacked moral compasses. They will be irritable. They will be dishonest. While all the good men withdraw from public life. Thieves become kings and kings become thieves. Rare the virtuous woman. Promiscuity and polyamorous is the vibe. The number of women increase and the number of men decrease. The power to take over public goods and stop protecting the people. Unemployment and beggars for jobs reaches its peak. Nobody stops rude language. Nobody keeps their word. Everyone is envious. People without morals preach virtue. Censorship reigns. AI and genetically mutated human pushes pedophilia. False doctrines and misleading writings will spread in the age of Kali. The ending of the Kali Yuga will be the full extreme of hardships for people with ideas and values. Here is where Shiva and Kali come forth, where Kali's reign is in its prime. For she is the manifestation of all that is unbridled, untamed, and intolerable, savage, fierce, and thirsty. Dance with me, Kalispell. Dance, Kali Ma. The landmass emits her tone through the indented surface, ulcerated wounds of chronic cosmic combat. Kali comes forth to end through radical transformation the hijacking of all mother arcs and Syrian gates on the planet. Kali comes forth to end through radical transformation false kings of tyranny, rebuking the Malak Melchizedek tribes. Kali comes forth to end through radical transformation child sacrifice, child pedophilia, and the robbing of the innocent and their life force potential. Transforming receptacles on the astral plane that operate as battery tanks for harvested loosh, tanks filled with consciousness bodies of molested children. The real purpose behind the promotion of legalizing pedophilic practices. Kali Ma comes forth to protect the innocent through all gates that bring forth the Divine Mother's most nurturing state, and she takes this pain through the rawest divine form. DNA fire codes awakening the Black Mother and the maternal genes of the most awakened. Central power points on the planet transmitting the highest extraterrestrial matter. Openings that exist between dimensions in our time matrix, permitting passages between space-time locations in multiple universes and multiple density levels. Here Kali lives in between worlds, suspended in between time. Here she is beyond time, because she is time. You must come to this in-between space to meet her, existing in a timeless, fluid form. eyes burning in the iris between all realms and worlds and gateways. She makes our dreams come true by brutally eradicating all the non-essentials. She encourages alignment and integrity by unapologetically destroying all that is not aligned into the harmony of God. Her black face, Kali Ma. All forms of the Devi, all forms of the ultimate goddess, and sisters who slay the buffalo demon, Durga. She who encourages life by facilitating death. She who is beyond time. She who is tough love. The goddess of the apocalypse and the rejection of the paternal figure as God. Dance with me, Kalispell. Dance, Kali Ma. I'm awake inside of this dream, so I will sit here and I will write to my own eternity. I embody the boundless and existential freedom to be without seeking permission. I am unapologetic because there is nothing to apologize for. Spirit came to me from the Kaali crater, a calling of a sacred whisper divine. A calling that came through a vision of a wizard who steals the sun and fire from people, causing total darkness in the Kali Yuga, and showed me the ritual sacrifices that were made here in this Cratonia. Rituals that burned the fate of karma and death into the sands of time. Rituals that made these covenants tied to the cosmic ulcer of the mother. Rituals of forced breeding, childbearing, and labor pains. Rituals of babies ripped from the mother's hearts, aborted, abandoned, neglected, and betrayed. Sacrificing of the firstborn rituals. Take away this pain, dark maternal force. Take away this pain. Extra-dimensional serial mom, take away this pain. Dance with me, Kalispell. Dance, Kali Ma. And mix together the ingredients of creation as you burn away in which the feminine cannot see herself. You burn in the way of the dark mother. You burn in the chalice, the cup, the grail.
It's called Saaremaa. Saare means island or on the island, and Ma means earth. So it would be like island of earth.
A call from Saaremaa, the true island of earth. Kali Ma, we ask a new sun to be made from spark. Kaali crater, a place of ritual sacrifice. Kali Ma from the island of Saaremaa, the true island of earth. This explosion 7,600 years ago left 9 craters total, which is now called the Kaali meteor field. 9 heads of Hydra, and 9 being the feminine divine. Evidence of prehistorical celestial destruction. The creation force of Kali Ma embodied globally through extraterrestrial matter. A stone wall was discovered built around the crater from the Bronze Age, with several bones remaining filled to the bottom of the crater. The crater was believed to be used for pagan sacrifices to the gods long before the 17th century. Craters may actually be the true, most destined cosmic vortexes on the planet. To amplify your invocation and energy work by 500, please do this near a crater, as it was impacted by extraterrestrial asteroids. Therefore, the matter is therefore charged cosmically and will accelerate invocations, healings, vision quests, and all spiritual endeavors. I can't have that in there. Whoa,
America?
Wow. No, the eagle.
Orange on America there.
Wow, okay. You know what? Okay. Sure. good symbolism. There's a lot going on with that symbolism right now. Okay. Om Namo Kali Kali Om Namo. 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 Oh, Great Mother, we invoke you in this space. Take away the pain and fill us with your grace. Burn it all away, Kali, burn it all away. If it doesn't serve us, then burn it all away. Om Namo Kali Kali Om Namo. Om Namo Kali Kali Om Namo. Oh, Great Mother, we invoke you in this space. Take away the pain and fill us with your grace. Burn it all away, Kali, burn it all away. If it doesn't serve us, then burn it all away.